Hi, crafty friends. Welcome. My name is Julie. If you are new here, welcome to Vintage Craft and Chat. We meet live every Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. I believe I said that right. And we do all things junk journal inspired, paper crafting. Sometimes we'll do holiday decor, anything that has to do with paper and is fun and crafty. That's what we're all about on Thursdays. And in celebration of my birthday month, the month of May, we are doing all things mini. Mini paper crafts is our theme for the month of May. And today we are making these adorable mini file folders. Let me take the little paper clip here. And they are in a school days theme. Here is the inside. So we are going to be lining them with vintage textbook pages. We're using some Tim Holtz little paper dolls, some of his stickers. What are those called? Chit Chat, I guess, word stickers, and some handmade labels and little scrappy bits of fabric and some hand stamped labels. So some elements that we have made before, but I think these are adorable. There's one, and then here's another that I made a while back, and I will be sharing how I make the template for it. I know there are some die cuts out there that mimic a file folder. So if you have one of those, I would grab one of those and cut yourself a couple file folders. And we're actually using real file folders as the base. But I just came up with a template for mine, like a year or two ago, and then I just trace it. So once you have your template, you're ready to go if you don't have a die cut. So there is the inside of that. Let me say hello to all my friends here. Nettie is here. Good morning, Nettie. Hello, hello, hello. Countdown, countdown. Are you excited about? I'm so excited about Saturday. I have not made, Nettie and I and my daughter Taylor are going to a local stationery fest. Is that what we call it? Stationery fest. Near where Nettie lives in Santa Monica. I've never been to anything like that. And I wanted to make a traveler's journal. I have not made it yet. I have not made it yet. I was thinking yesterday I would, but I didn't get to it. Susie is here. Good morning, Susie and Angela. Good morning, good morning, good morning, friends. Terry is here. How are you, Terry? Good morning. Okay. All right. I think I will continue to look at the chat and say hellos as people come in. Hopefully I don't miss anybody. And let's go ahead and I'm trying to think. I will share supplies when we turn the camera around. Maybe let's do our prompt. I know everybody has been posting their makes in our Instagram group, and Nettie posted pictures of the most beautiful jelly print paper she's making, painty papers that are just gorgeous. And it's been really fun to see what everybody is doing for our prompts. I'm a little behind. I stayed up late last night trying to catch up, and I'll share kind of where I am. I combined two of the prompts because, this is it. Again, we're crafting with people today. Can I count today? So our weekly prompt is people. If you are new to our Thursday, we pull a new prompt every week, and our rules are very loose. It just has to have people in it. So even if you're not a paper crafter, you're a scrapbooker. Well, scrapbooking is paper crafting, jewelry maker, whatever is your craft of choice, it just has to include people. And more often than not, whatever I pull seems to have something to do with what our weekly craft is. Khadijah is here. Hello, Khadijah. Did you added some more pages in, Nettie? Nice. I had stuff. I told Nettie I was going to order some things off of Amazon. I was going to order some of those elastic things. And I had visions, and it did not happen this week. The kittens are still here. So needless to say, we are still a zoo. So I'll have to update you on that. But I'm excited to see your journal in person too, Nettie. Carrie is here. Hello, Carrie. Hello, hello. Let's see. Can I make a prompt? Yes, yes. Pick 3 colors and only use them. Yes, Nettie. I love that. I'm going to get a little piece of paper and I'm going to add that in. I love that prompt. I love that prompt. I know we don't have anything like that. Let's see here. Let me cut a little strip of paper. I probably should do it white, but I usually don't look. Here we go. I'm going to cut a little strip of paper. I love that idea. And anytime anybody has any suggestions, throw them my way and I will add them into our jar here. Okay, so let me get a little bit better of a pen. Are those elastic things a game changer? Yeah, well, I don't think I'm going to be able to get them. Would I be able to get them? We are in LA. Amazon stuff does come fairly quick to us. I should look. I was also going to order a cover. I had pulled out these adorable little cards I was going to make copies of. And I mean, I had best laid plans. I really did. Okay, let me see. Where was it? Let me go up. Sorry. I don't have to think about the wording. I love it, love it, love it. Pick 3 colors and only use them. Okay, so pick 3 colors and only use. I love that. Also, because I've really been enjoying this, we did the monochromatic, a couple months ago, we did green. We just did collage in the color green. Black and white was one that we pulled a couple weeks ago, and it's challenging, but very fun to work in a very specific color range. Okay, so pick 3 colors. Oh, I have to put 1 and only use 1. Okay, there we go. There is, and that's going in the jar. Be fun if we pick it next week. Okay, it's in there. Let me see here. Let me catch up in the chat. Hello, hello, hello. Angela says she's sitting at my dad's shop, dropped my car off at the mechanic and been sitting here. Oh my gosh. That is my typical Angela. We're far enough away from the service place where we get, well, at least my car serviced. And yeah, sometimes I feel like it's an all-day thing. It's so crazy. I usually take stuff to work on, like fussy cut or catch up on videos, that kind of thing, but it's frustrating. Carrie says she's home for a little bit, but have to leave shortly. I have to go to the dentist. I did that a couple weeks ago. Got my teeth cleaned. Got my bi-yearly checkup. Okay. Yes, thank goodness for you too. Thank goodness for our friends. Usually there's enough of us that we can find a live or something to keep us company while we're doing things like that. Hello, Sonia. Hello. How are you today? Let's see. All right, I think I'm red, white, and blue. Should I put that in? That would be fun. Red, white, and blue. We're kind of doing a little bit of, I'm going to write that in because I love that. I don't think, I had the black and white. I don't think I have red, white, and blue, but you know what I should do? I should print a copy of, I probably said that before. I should print a copy of my Word document that I cut all the strips up with. So red, white, and blue may be in there. I love me a red, white, and blue color theme. Color scheme. Definitely we're doing it today. Oh, Khadijah, are you even using the I never even thought about that. I've like had on my brain the traveler's journals that are so popular, but I never, why hasn't that occurred to me to use them in our large journals? Yeah. And that's a good question. For those in the chat, do you guys like to decorate your pages and then sew your signatures into your journal? Or are you a sewer then a decorator? Because I think we all, we probably all do it different ways. And maybe we've played with different ways of doing it too. Let's see. Hello, Kitschy. Hello, hello. Okay, I bet Nettie will see that. And Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Andrea said she brought a book. They pulled it in already, figured out it's sensors. Well, that's good that's very good news that they're getting it fixed today. Oh, this car stuff. Yeah, Jim's car is slowly breaking down. Okay, I added red, white, and blue. I have a feeling it might be in here, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to put the prompter away. And people, I will post that in our craft group. It goes without saying, if you are new here and you would like to be in our kind of back end craft group on Instagram, you can send me a message. You can send Angela, dear Angela's Vintage, who is on here. We both the same name on Instagram. You can send either of us a message, and we would love to add you into our group. We post inspirational things like crafty things that we think are cute that everybody else would enjoy. We post pictures of our makes, of our craft prompts that we do each week, and it's just a very fun, supportive, sweet group. So Nettie says she's done it both ways. Yeah, I think I've mostly sewn them in and decorated, but I would like to try that. Okay. All right, let's turn the camera around. It's very high here. I don't know if we're going to stay that high. And I'll go over supplies really quick. What else? Let me look here. Oh my gosh. Okay, since Khadijah, well, I will share when I turn it around. I had the worst experience filming a video a few days ago. It made me want to cry. I was so upset. And having Carrie and Khadijah here made me think of it. Carrie says she oh, okay. You decorate before you sew in the signatures. Okay, interesting. Yes, we have the best Instagram group. It is so wonderful. Can't say it enough. So Lisa says, okay, depends on the journal I am doing. It's about half and half. Okay, so you split your time. Susie says she does her signatures first because, let's see. I do my signatures first because I have themes, so use front and back of front for one theme and other two for other. Okay, I love it. Yeah, and as you can tell, sometimes I might go a week without popping in. It just depends. Sometimes it's because I just get overwhelmed with social media stuff. I guess being an introvert, that's a little bit of a struggle. So sometimes it's that, and it's just busy. And that's the other thing I love about it. It isn't something that we have to check on every day. You can participate as much as you want, or sometimes our weeks, our days, our life is a little bit different. Sometimes we're in a different season of life. Like Angela said, no, sometimes Angela only silently judges. I'm definitely on YouTube more than Instagram. I definitely spend more time over here. I love it. Oh, is there a commercial? Sorry, Sonia. Yeah, I do have the monetization on. In the beginning, I wasn't doing it, but I spend an awfully long time working on these projects, designing these projects. So I did make the decision a little while back to monetize it. And apologies for the commercial. Hopefully they're pretty quick and you can click them away. Okay, let's get started. Oh, that's what I wanted to share first. I am using it as a little receptacle, but I wanted to share. I'm obsessed with this little bowl. So my daughter Taylor, as you all know, she's a fine art major. She's currently at Cal State Fullerton, and this past semester, actually yesterday was officially her last day of the semester. She's taking summer classes, but look, oh my gosh, look at this bowl. It's all made of pure copper. She started with a flat sheet of copper and made this beautiful bowl. So it was in a metalsmithing class. But look at that. Look at the cool, like vintage patina inside. It's just so amazing. I've always wanted to, as you know, our other shop on Etsy, our other business, we worked with copper, hammered copper and nickel and all kinds of cool metals in that business. So I was used to doing a lot of hammering and stamping and that kind of thing, but I've never done anything like that. Isn't that so beautiful? Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with it. I told her I'm not keeping it. Obviously, it's hers, but I asked her if I could display it in our home decor because it very much matches. It matches our vibe in our house. So I wanted to share how stinking beautiful that is. So I'm using it as my little bowl today, but it's probably going to go in the family room somewhere and on display. And let's see. Okay, let's go over the supplies. So I pulled out just a regular file folder here. Whoops, we're getting a little bit blurry. I pulled out a regular file folder and I made a template, like I said, several years ago. It was probably for one of our weekly prompts. In fact, I'm fairly certain it was. And this was my make. So I wanted to come up with a template because I do not have a die cut. But I know there are some really great die cuts out there where you can just cut your own file folder. So we're going to walk through this a little bit. I have to kind of think on how I designed it because it's been a long time, but it was actually pretty easy. We'll go over the dimensions, and I just used an actual file folder. Just kind of visually look at it. I have a piece of it. We are going to be lining the inside and outside with vintage book pages. So I just pulled out, I have this really great kind of 1950s science book. It has some great images in it. I pulled out one of my English grammar and composition books. I love, love, love. I love these books that have the black and the red font in them. I'm always looking for those. And this is a little bit of a sneak peek. This is a book that I picked up in Florida. And I did a haul yesterday of all the things that we brought back from our Florida trip, all the thrifted finds and antique mall finds. But look at that. Oh my gosh. In fact, I didn't even realize. I knew it had black font in it, but I didn't realize how good it was until I actually filmed the haul yesterday. Look at the oh my gosh, look at the writing and the font and the cursive writing. I mean, this is goodness right here. So I think maybe we'll try to use some of this as well. And I show it in the haul, but if anybody wants to try to find it on eBay, so it's called Modern Mathematics, and it's the teacher's edition. So this may be something I'm going to search for. I'm wondering if all the teacher's editions out there have red writing or the cursive and all the cool fonts in it. And what is the 1961? And that looks like that's the publisher there. Yeah. Copyright 1961 by the L.W. Singer Company. So that's pretty cool. But yes, now it has my mind wondering. We are going to be playing with the little mini Tim Holtz paper dolls. I think they're a great size for this. I think I put a link, an Amazon link. I'm fairly 100% certain I got mine at Amazon, but I could only find a link that had maybe another set of paper dolls, or maybe I couldn't and I just left it off. But if I can find links from things I purchased in the past, I like to include those below. Those are affiliate links. I pulled some tickets. Those are fun elements. I also pulled my little folder here of blue chip stamps. I think regular stamps, vintage stamps, blue chip stamps, kind of going with that red, white, and blue theme. I pulled little container of buttons here. We'll be using twine and of course little bits of fabric. So this is a great thing to pull out your little scrappy bits. And I think that's it. Some ink, obviously glues, and we're going to be using some paper punches to make, oh, and then these, which I have to say, I don't know if I love these. I don't know if any of you have, let me know, but I struggle with these chit chat stamps because I know I'm supposed to be building some kind of great phrase or quote or something like that, but I get deer in the headlights. I stare at it and I'm like, I can't think of anything. So maybe I need to look up quotes and then find the words. Yeah, I struggle. Let me know if you guys have those. I probably need to get the ones that have the actual phrases and quotes in them. And yeah, we just have little scrappy bits here of paper. Okay, let's get started on our template. Let's see here. All right, here is my template. I am going to grab just a piece of file folder here. That one has stuff on it, but we'll just kind of ignore it. Isn't that a great math book? I feel like you showed something like that too, Cotty, one time. I know you love those cool books with the red and black font. Okay. All right. And if anybody needs to get my attention on something, maybe, it's not yelling. You could also put things in large cap. I don't take offense to it. Let's see. Oh, Cod. Oh, I want to see. Oh, Sonia. Okay, I'm gonna make. Thank you for saying that. I want to make sure that I pronounce correctly. Sonia, like octopus. Okay, I want to make sure. Thank you for correcting. Cotty said she just posted a very shoddy video. I refused to retake it. StreamYard was delaying the feed. Face pink, tears, face blue, white eyes. Well, okay. I'm gonna share what happened, and I almost want to start crying when I think about it. I was so frustrated. My poor kids were like, "Oh my gosh, what has happened?" So I had been saving Happy Mail. I think I had told Cotty I bought the things that I was sharing. It was a happy mail video that I was filming, and I had, if any of you came to the crafty marathon, I had purchased a beautiful handmade bracelet from Amy, Amazing Amy's Art. I hadn't yet opened it. I was saving it. I had things that I had purchased from Jonna and Cotty when they had their sale together. And then Carrie sent some friend mail that was just out of the blue, and I received a package from her. So those are the 4 things that I was opening, and they were beyond wonderful, amazing. I even felt a little teary as I was filming it. Everything was, I don't even know the adjectives to use, but it was the most wonderful happy mail. And I'm looking up, somebody's here. Oh, it might be Ryan's girlfriend. I'm looking, somebody's in front of the house. It was so wonderful. I finished filming it. I looked up, I have a holder up here. You can see where my hands are. And I've never had this happen. I looked up and camera, it was in the holder this way. I looked up and my camera had dipped down at some point in the filming, and I don't, it like probably halfway through, and there was no way. I was like, I can't like, I had already opened everything. I had, right, the surprise when you open everything and the like, oh my gosh, this is so wonderful. I just was in tears. So I think I want to do a live haul because everything is so wonderful. I'm going to try to kind of wrap and everything was wrapped so beautifully. Oh my gosh, Jonna did this amazing thing how she wrapped what I purchased from her and the little extras she put in there, and Cotty included the most wonderful extras, and Amy, it was wonderful. So I'm going to try to package. It won't be, you guys will get the oohs and ahs about how wonderful everything was. But it's just sad. I mean, I can't even. Hi, honey. Who's out front? Oh, it didn't even look like Christina. I thought it was Ava. What? Okay. You should just give her a key so she can come in, I think. Good morning. Hi, honey. Let's see here. Hi, Audie. Welcome. Hi, friends joining in from oh my gosh, the Blue Ridge Mountains of the USA. And I'm so glad I found this chat. Well, we are very glad you found us too. Welcome. We are very glad to have you here. I was just telling my very sad story. We're going to get into, we are going to get into the chat. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Maria! I was thinking about you the other day. I was like, we haven't seen Maria maybe in a couple weeks. Also, I need to reach out to Diane Broderick. We haven't seen her in a couple weeks, so I need to message her. Make sure she's good. Let me know if anybody has seen her in any of the chats. I missed you, Maria. I know, Carrie. I mean, I guess it's good that I've never had it happen, but I literally, it's been one of those weeks, I guess, too. I'm like, what is the universe telling me? Universe is telling me something. And I just felt very deflated. Also because I've been having issues even getting videos loaded onto my computer. I spent all day yesterday trying to get what I filmed yesterday loaded. So yeah, I'm one of those people. I'm like, what is the universe telling me? What is going on here? But we're gonna do a live haul, a live share. I already did a thumbnail for it. I already did like a little post to put up on YouTube. I just haven't set it up in StreamYard or Restream yet because one of the cat ladies may be coming over today, tomorrow. I don't know. We still have Mama. We still have the babies. Everything is in flux. We had to keep Mama longer for her to dry out and be safe for surgery. So just a lot of unknowns the next couple days, but I will post in the community tab and then I will set, and then you guys, because I want you guys to all enjoy as much as I did when I opened. You've been busy. Yeah, life is very, very busy. Okay, let's get into the craft. So this is a file folder that I already cut up, and basically here are the dimensions, and your dimensions can be whatever is visually appealing to you, but basically I came up with a length of, it's a little bit shy of that, but very close to 5 1/4 in length or tall, and then about 4 inches wide. And the only maybe tricky part, but I just kind of looked. I grabbed the file folder and I just looked at what the shape was for the tab up front or at top, and I just did a little pencil line, but we'll kind of walk through that. And then of course it would be fun. I only made one that had either a right, or you could fold it this way and make it a left top tab, but I would eventually like to make one that has a center tab as well, and then I'll be covered. I'll have all three, but let's just get our general length of this, and I'm actually just going to use this because I already have it, but let's get our Let me get a pencil here. Where did my pencil go? Let's get the length, just because I want to walk you through this part a little bit. Okay, so we're going to pretend that we're just cutting it on a paper trimmer, but for sake of time, I'm just going to do this. Okay, whoops. And then we'll kind of walk through how we do that little tab top. So we're about that. And then I'm just going to put a line here at the top for the 5 1/4 inches. Okay, let me grab my paper trimmer. Here, I guess I should have gone the other direction, but this will work. Oh my gosh, these are like the bane of my existence, these aftermarket things. Okay. Okay, there's the width we need. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut to get our length. Hi, babies. Chachi and Benny just walked through our inside kitties. We have our garage kitties and we have our inside kitties. Okay. Ew, what happened there? Oh, I'm just going to use it. I had a little bit of that kind of fold line there, but we're covering it with paper and it'll get covered. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to take my, well, let me grab this. So when I was looking at the file folder, I just grabbed one out. I didn't do it exact. I kind of modified this a little bit. But when I was looking at my file folder, I noticed that we have round edges here, right? We have a round edge here. And I modified it a little bit. This one, as you can see, we have this little rounded thing. I didn't want that because I was going to be collaging on it. So I just modified it a little bit. I made mine straight across, as you can see on this, just so I had more room to collage. So it's a little modified version. But let's go ahead. We're going to round our corners. Here, because we know that's going to be rounded. Ooh. There you go. Okay, and then what I did when I was creating it, I folded it up, right? I just kind of did a little visual here. Okay, so we have our little fold. And then what I did, let me take my ruler. And again, I'm kind of thinking through this because I did this so long ago. So let's decide, let's make our tab about, our tab is going to be, just so you have that measurement, I made my tab 1 3/8. Let me add that on my template. So this little tab here is about 1 3/8 inch for that little top tab, and that is and that is from here to here, if that makes sense. So it's from there to there, and then we're going to have to do just a little modification to get that little design. So 1 3/8 there. So let me kind of mark here 1 3/8. So that's going to be right about there. Okay, so I made a little mark there, but I also want to leave a little bit of a reveal here. So you can see that we're seeing a little bit of that back flap. So I'm going to take my ruler And I'm going to draw a little line. Okay. So there, I have, that's kind of what we're sitting with. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. I'm just going to use my scissors. We're going to cut this straight and we're going to cut here, and then we'll sort of shape our little tab. Let me get my little scissors. Hi, Tamara. Hello, hello. How are you? I'm so glad to see you here. I'm hoping, I think I watched a little bit of it, maybe in the replay. I saw that Leanne, and was it you on your crafty live that you do? Is it Fridays, Tamara? Remind us that Leanne and I think Helen, right? I'm hoping I can catch that tomorrow. So I went ahead and I just rounded off this corner because we know that corner is going to be rounded. And then these are both rounded here. And then let's do we're going to have to kind of do a little visual on what shape the tab should be. And I'm just going to take my, of course, I've already done one. So it's a little bit slanted. We have a little bit of a slant here. And then on this side, I'm going to give myself actually a line that goes the whole way. I think that'll be a little bit easier. Let's modify what we did a little bit. Okay, so actually I'm going to do a little line right here. So we're going to carry this line. I'm going to carry that all the way across, and then that'll help us get our shape, I think, a little bit better. Okay, so we're a little bit of a little mountain or a little hill there. And then on this side, I'm gonna do something like that, I think. And really, this is probably I don't want to say it's hard because it isn't hard, just to get your little shape. And this one may end up being a little bit different than that one. Yeah, I think that's not too bad. Let me see if it is similar to this one. Yeah, that's pretty close. Okay, so that's what I did. I just took my pencil and then I just gave myself a little bit of a shape. Yeah, we're just going to cut that out. I tried to see if I had some paper punches that would give me that same look, but I just didn't. And maybe I'll even give it a little bit more of a slant. There. All right, so that's kind of where we are. That's our little tab top. And I'm going to kind of give this a little bit more roundness here. Yeah, I like it. I like it, like it, like it. So once you get your template, like me, you can just use it over and over and over again. Get that a little bit closer, and then I'll show you the close-up. There we go. Okay, very cute. So there we have our little tab top. We're a little bit rounded there. So basically it's just like a little hill, I guess. In fact, let me modify that even a little bit more so we get a little bit more of a slant there. There we go. Okay. There we go. And I think that looks pretty close to a file folder. You could also play around with it a little bit and see if you can get your little corner rounder, but really that's, I guess, the trickiest part, which is not really tricky. But now, once you have your template done, all I do is just trace it. Each and every time I trace it, I can cut this with the paper trimmer, and then I just go around the little tab top with my fussy cut scissors. And also this one is great, like I said, because you can do the left tab, or you can do a right tab. And there you have your little template. I think I'm going to save this as a template. So now I kind of have two. In fact, what I could do is cut this off and then tape it to the inside. I might do that so that I have one that has a middle tab. I'll have to look at that later. But does this fit? It does not. Let me take this big one. But let's just pretend you've made your template. We're just going to go ahead and trace it. Whoops, sorry about that. I hit the camera. I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. I'm going to do lickety split here. Cut that out. And we're going to cut this. Okay. In fact, I might even just use scissors. Maybe you don't even have a paper trimmer, so let's just use scissors. That's even just as quick. Let me switch to smaller ones, and we'll do our little trim here. Very quick and easy once you have your template set up. What are you guys doing? They're awfully hovery today. What are you guys doing? Huh? I should go check their cat food. Okay, so there's the top. I'm going to round this edge, and that one, and that one. Super quick and easy. Get that a little bit more of a round here. And we are set to go. Okay, so let's fold it up. So we have the back flap of the folder and the front one, and we are ready to decorate. Keep my space clean here a little bit. Let's see. We have that example. We have that example. Yeah, we don't need our little template anymore. Okay, let's pick out our pages for the inside and the outside. Let's see. Okay, good. Fridays from 2 to 4, and put the link in. I'm pretty sure you're blue. Let me check. Yeah, if you already have the thumbnail and everything set up, definitely put your link in so we can all hang out. Thank you, Sonia. Yeah, I had to kind of pick my way through it a little bit. It's probably been at least a year that I made it, but I think if you don't have a template, that's a fun little quick and easy thing to have in your stash. Okay, let's pull some pages. Let's use, I love this new book. Let's find something fun that we think works. Although I do love that other one, how it has the little red tab there. But let's see if we can find something fun. Let me see, that'll have good graphics. I don't know what I'm looking for. Just kind of looking. Oh, I love that. Will that one fit? That one won't fit. How about this one? Okay, let's use this page so we can get some of that cursive writing. Oh, look how good that page is, that back page. Let's use this one. Let's use this one because this side isn't that fabulous. So I'm just going to pull that out. Love that. And then for the inside, I just grabbed a page out of the science book. And let's see something fun. Look at her. What is she doing? The traveling of sound through wood and water. Let's use her. She's kind of fun. Oh, look at those though too. Now let's use this one. I like the little boy and the girl. And they'll show up on the bottom, at least most of them. Okay, so there's our 2 pages. Ay. And let me grab some paper, glue paper. Oh, that one. Oh my gosh, I do have to share that I made a post and asked if people were like, if people saved their glue stick, so if they were a scooper or a tosser, because sometimes I just toss my glue sticks when they get like this. And I also asked everyone, if you're a scooper, what do you use to scoop out? And I had so many great suggestions. Probably, I know is Kathy Wiseman here? I know Kathy Wiseman said she even uses her finger, but the most suggestions people had were these little spatulas. What do we call these? What are these called? I don't think they're called spatulas, but I found a very inexpensive set on Amazon. I think they were like $4. I'll probably eventually put a link up. I'm pretty sure they were less than 5. I think I got like 6 or 7 of them maybe in the set. And oh my gosh, I had so much fun playing with this last night when I didn't share my layered black and white collage, but it was, I don't know, something about it. It was very pleasurable to stick in here and scoop it out. Palette knife. I guess that's what they're called, palette knife. And I don't know. I might become a little bit obsessed, but I want to play around with them a little bit and make sure they're good quality. But so far, I think they're pretty good. I did have those plastic ones I picked up at Dollar Tree, and I broke that one pretty quickly several years back. So, yes, it was just, maybe it's like frosting a cake or something. It just was a lot of fun. Okay, let's put these guys down here. I found it very relaxing. So now that I have that great palette knife, I think I can grab the set. It's not too far away. It's over kind of midline on the dining room table. Okay, here, let's see, what am I going to do? Maybe I'll go this way. And how far down are the kids? Kids are probably right about there, I guess. I'm just kind of guesstimating. I think we did pretty good. Okay, palette knife. Yes, Sonia, that's the thing. Now, once you create it, that's it. So you don't want to make it and then craft with it. Keep that for your template and you're good to go. It's great to have it in your stash. So I'm hoping, even if I can't cut that one tab off, I could probably make another one, a center tab, whatever design I want, and then tape it or glue it into the middle, and then I'll be good to go with one that's a center, that has the center tab, which will be fun. And if any of you are saying, well, what are you going to do with these little file folders? I think they would be adorable and really you can make them any theme. They don't have to, I'm just going with the school days theme. Month of May is all about mini paper crafts, and I'm also crafting in a lot of themes and with supplies that I love. I love vintage readers, school books, that kind of thing. So that's why this week we're kind of going with the school days theme, but they would be so adorable tucked into the pages of a journal. I think what would be really cute, and I'm kind of envisioning it, I think that will probably be something. I'm planning on doing a school days journal in the next couple months. Maybe might even be something that we work on together next month as kind of a running theme. But wouldn't it be cute if you put like 3 pockets on the page of a journal, and then you can have your little file folders. So you can have this one, and then the next one, make one that has the middle tab and then one down here, and then you can just slip them in. I tried to find an example I made on Vintage Craft and Chat probably at least a year ago, maybe more than that. These are also fun. You can glue papers in and kind of do like an accordion design on the inside. I just couldn't find my template from when we did that together. Maybe I sent it out in Happy Mail. And then when you open it, you have these little kind of accordion little sections that you can stick ephemera and little notes and things in. So if we do that layout with the 3 folders, I will recreate that so you guys can see that. I was digging around in my bin and I couldn't find it for the life of me, but that happens. That happens a lot. I have so many things. Just cut around there. Round that off a little bit. Taylor, I don't know why the kitties are, will you check and see if they have food? They're kind of, they're milling around. They're milling around a lot. This makes it, oh no, not the little babies, our kitties. Chachi and Benny. I don't know, they keep coming over here, which they usually don't. Was it water? Did you need water? That's so weird. You know what, girls? Poppy this morning, he purred. I went to go, clean their enclosure and food and, just get them all nice and clean for the day. And he purred. If you guys have been following along, we have the little rescue kittens and the little boy, he purred. He purred for the first time today. You guys need a kitty cam right now. Yeah. They're fighting. No. They're fighting. Girls, please. Okay, so I've done a little bit. I folded that, and I just use my bone folder. Sometimes when you're gluing the pages down, especially with the glue stick, it pulls away a little bit. So just take your bone folder and go into the crease and just kind of burnish that down. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I did. Everybody thought it was beautiful. So, here. Does Christina want to see it? Let me empty.
It's so small.
It's so cool.
So round, like a ball.
I want to steal it. I want to low-key steal it, but I'm just going to borrow it. Okay, I'm going to round the corners. It's just easier with the paper rounder. Let's see. Sonia says, yeah, I keep watching the junk journaling, but I must create my own use for it. Yes. Sometimes I use junk journals as planners. There's so many different ways you can use them. You can use them as an art journal. You can just create one to do collaging in, painting in. If you're not a journaler, I'm not a journaler. I just love creating all the little bits and pieces, but I'm not somebody that typically journals or keeps a diary, that kind of thing. But I just love the creating of all the stuff that goes on the inside. And what do I want to say? To hold ephemera or special mementos, pictures, that kind of thing. Friend mail, things that I get from friends here in the community. That's typically what I use my journals for. And just the process of creating them, I find joyful and very relaxing. I love creating with paper. Okay, so there is our inside, and let's collage our outside. We're going to use this. Let me kind of think through this a little bit because we want to get a lot of this red, but I need to go this way too. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off some of this white space just so I can get things lined up a little bit better. You don't need that bottom, and I might even do, yeah, I'm even going to do this. I love these ABCs here down the side. Just so great. Okay, I think that gets me pretty close. So I want some of the red on the front, but I need to cover this whole back. So okay, I think that's pretty good. So I'm just going to glue it down like that. Yeah. And I'm just going to put the glue on this side. There we go. Oh, I need to grab my collage, my combined black and white and layered. Wanted to do a little show and tell. You guys are going to say, oh, that looks super different from anything you've ever done or created, but I just went with the flow. Maybe it was the mood I was in. I don't know. All right, and I'm going to make sure I do not mess this up. It's going to be like that. Yeah, so I had it like this. I think that was right. So the back end of it is going to be upside down, but we are good with that. We are good with that. Burnish that down a little bit. Oh, I like that. So we have a little bit of the red showing on the bottom. This is so cute. And once you have a little template, this could maybe be your thing that you just one of your go-tos that you add to all your journals. I kind of like that thought because sometimes when we're sitting down and we're getting ready to make ephemera for our journals or fill our journals with all the little handmade pieces and details, for me, sometimes I get like, okay, what do I want to do on this page? And I know there's a lot of people out there. I think, is it Meg Chasing Retro? I think she has a great little list of things that she created so she doesn't get stuck when she's doing her handmade journals. She has a list of all the things she regularly makes and includes in them. Okay, we're gonna make my pile of stuff over here. Look at that. We're definitely gonna keep that little piece because that'll be fun to collage with. Okay, let's round our corners. And we are ready to have the fun. Oh, I love that. So cool. Okay, again, I'm going to take my bone folder and burnish that down a little bit. So cool. Okay, so there we've covered the inside. We've covered the outside. I like that little peekaboo of the red that'll show below our little Tim Holtz figures. And I love how cute the back is decorated. I think this one I just left as is. And this was the one I made last year, a couple years ago. And I also did a little collage on the back. So you can also decorate the backs as well. We'll see what kind of mood we're in today. Okay, we put this. Notorious for not putting my cap back on, and it gets all dried out. I'm going to take Taylor's bowl and put that behind me. We have our little ones here. Okay, I don't need that. Okay, let's see what we want to do for collage. I did pull out a few of the little Tim Holtz little figures because we're kind of doing a school days theme. I pulled out this little threesome little boys. I think they're so cute. We have these right here. Maybe these would be fun. These, I feel like the way the one on the left is standing, I feel like he needs to lean on something. So maybe that might be a fun collage element. So maybe let's work with that. I think that'll give us a little bit of a challenge on what other elements, because yeah, they're definitely leaning. So let's go with that. Let's see here. What would be fun for them to lean on? Either a ticket or a blue chip stamp might be super fun. Let's see, since I'm already in here, might not be big enough though. Actually, now that I say that, I don't think a blue chip stamp. Well, maybe that might fit. Let's try that. We'd have to do it on its side. So that's a possibility. Let me look at a ticket and see, where are my tickets? Okay, how could I have already lost my little bag of tickets? Goodness gracious. Oh, they're on the floor. That's why they are on the floor. God bless you. One of the kitties sneezed. Okay, let's grab a ticket and see. I think maybe that blue chip stamp may work the best. Like these, I had them, they were sitting, so I had them sitting on the ticket. I think that worked out really well for them. But let's see. I guess they could lean. They could lean on the ticket. That's kind of fun. So we could do something like that where they're leaning, and then we'll do our other label up there. But I think those are two really good options. And if we use the blue chip stamp, we would have to run it that way. So, okay, so we know we like those. Those are potentials. Let's do some hand stamp labels here. And I pulled out just some book pages. So let's stamp a few of those so we can start playing with our collage. Oh, see, I keep talking about. Okay, so this I want to, just because I just started thinking about collage. So last night, I haven't had a lot of time to craft this week, but last night I sat down and I wanted to combine black and white and layered, because those were our last two craft prompts that we pulled out the last 2 weeks. And so I just went through my ephemera. The first thing I grabbed out was some of this, what do I want to call it? It's like a nature book that I have. It's from a local author here in our area. Anytime I'm at our local library, I always look for this book. In fact, let me share, because it's such a good book. Maybe you could find it. Maybe you could find it on eBay, but I think I have 2 copies of this, but it's called Handbook of Wildflowers, Weeds, Wildlife, and Weather. And it's of the Palos Verdes Peninsula, which is where I live, and it's by Donald Moore Gales. I've never tried to look on eBay for it, but oh my gosh, this is the best book. Let me get to the illustrations. If you love nature illustrations, they're all in black and white, but they're so good. They're so good. So this was sort of the first book that I thought about with the black and white, but look at that. It's just chock full. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of Edith Holden. It has all the handwritten notes. I mean, it's just all kinds of goodness. So that's what I originally thought about when I was thinking of black and white. And I just had this little strip. Then I pulled a piece of painty paper that I had. I knew I had some painty paper. Now I do have a little bit of vintage kind of, I use vintage photo ink. So I guess it's not true black and white. It's definitely has a little bit of a vintage vibe, but this is kind of where I'm at. I'm still working on it. I want to play with it hopefully in the next couple days. And then I remembered I had this cool book that very old, might even be antique, that has these black and white images in it. But you're probably all going to say, well, that's like kind of super moody. It definitely has a moody vibe. I grabbed a little fussy cut of a crow. I'm like, well, surely I have some blackbirds. Maybe that's even a raven. So that's kind of where I'm at. I did some little print making and some inking in the back. And then when I was doing this on the top, I noticed that the circles, the and plan. So I ended up circling those rather than inking them. And then the most interesting thing was I was pulling out papers out of my bin, my little scraps. So I thought, well, a little moon might be cool. And then it's just weird when that happens. So there was a book page, and then this popped out at me. So it's kind of like the plan, and then that little phrase. Yes, what is it? Question mark. So I don't know. That's very different than things that I usually do. I like to play with mixed media and collage, but that's kind of where I'm at with that. I just think it's very cool. If I was going to put this like in a Halloween journal, it kind of makes me think of Halloween. I'd probably add some orange elements. I pulled some of that out. I'd like to pull maybe some material and have something else going. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, because it's just as it is. Maybe I could make this into a pocket because I haven't glued that down. But yeah, I wanted to share because I think I've said it like 3 or 4 times now. Keep forgetting. I'm like a squirrel. And then these, I always keep these. These are little, the after cut of die cuts. I have die cuts for the little hole or circle hole protector. And it's like one big sheet. And I always save these. These are the best. I always save those in my stash. I love circles. So anyway, I'm going to stick those back on there. But that's so far what I have going on for black and white. And layered. I thought that would work for both. Is Debbie here? Debbie is here. My Debbie. Yesterday I filmed our haul video of all the treasures I picked up when we were in Florida. And my favorite thing will be front and center in the middle of the thumbnail. Debbie knows what my favorite thing is. And that will be posting on Monday. I think I have it set to post this coming Monday at 10 a.m. I think my time, 10 a.m. Pacific, so 1 Eastern. It was fun to look through all the things I picked up when I was visiting. Yes, Amy. Hi, Amy. Yes, orange. I feel like orange would be really good. So maybe I'll like call it finished when I get to where it's finished, and maybe I'll add some orange into it because I think it would be fun. It's kind of moody. It would be fun to put in a Halloween journal, I think. Thank you, Tamara. Yeah, it's different. I like to play. I like to kind of play in that vibe sometimes. Yeah, it was fun because Debbie doesn't even know. If that for you guys joining, my husband and I went to Florida and we were dog sitting for Debbie a couple weeks ago, and of course, as typical, I always have to go thrifting and hunting for treasures, no matter where I am, no matter where we travel. That's definitely part of it. Debbie, did you know that your Dollar Tree is closing? Have you tried to go over there? I kept forgetting to tell you that. Debbie has the best Dollar Tree, and Jim and I went over there. It's probably already empty because it was like halfway empty. And everybody coming in was shocked and saddened. So I think that wonderful lady that works there, she said they were closing that location and it was going to be combined. I don't know where the other location was, but if you haven't gone over there, I know you'll be saddened. Yeah, isn't that the leftover is so good. So good. Yeah, did you see that? I know. And there were so many. I thought maybe they were restocking. I was like, wow, it's kind of slim pickings in here. And then as I was walking around, all the like local people, local neighbors, started coming in and they were so upset. And then I overheard her telling everybody what was happening. And so I was on the hunt for those little pens that I love to include in the pen holders. And so I think I had 3 in my hand. And then I heard her telling everybody that because I can't find them local. So then I went back and grabbed 2 more packages. Okay, so we ink that up. I'm going to give it a little bit of an inking. And let me get my label stamp. And we'll stamp a bunch of red labels. Go. I know. And I remember when we were there in October, remember I said you have the best. It was, and I even told the sweet lady that works there, she was so nice. And I told her, this is the most beautiful Dollar Tree I've ever seen, which of course they had reopened after the hurricane, right? And yeah, it was just so nice. So that was high on my list to go back there because it was so wonderful. And yeah, so sad. It's very sad when you have something like that close by and in the community and then it closes. Hello, Cranky Crafter. Remind me of your name. Remind me of your name. Sometimes it takes if you're comfortable with us using your name, sometimes it takes me a little bit to get it so it rolls off my tongue quickly. And we don't need this many. I'm just stamping since I'm at it. Stamping a few. And I love to keep the offcuts and like kind of side pieces of vintage book page. So I have a little folder that I keep, and I love that paper for doing my little handmade stamps. And I'm really bad with cleaning my stamps. That's how I clean my stamps. I just stamp them on some paper. It's not the best. Don't do as I do. Okay, let's cut one of these out. Let's see how we're going to lay out things. Put that over there. Marcy. Okay, Marcy. I love your name, by the way, Cranky Crafter. I think somebody is there something going around? I think somebody in the YouTube community started with what's in a name, where you can talk about your channel name. I love that. It's probably just going around. I'm guessing you have to be tagged, I think, to do it. I'll have to look into that a little bit. Okay, we're going to ink that up. I think we'll even, let's give it a little fold there just to give it a little bit more interest. Maybe I'll even do it down here. You could even scrunch it up and make it into a little ball, but we'll age it even a little bit more. Okay. And let's see what we have going on. If we like the ticket, if we like the blue chip stamp. And that could kind of go up there. I don't mind the ticket. Okay, let's see. We have that. We have something like that, which I think that's awfully cute. Let's see what is our favorite. And of course we could pull out other things, but this is just what I thought would be a quick and easy. So if we have the little blue chip stamp, and we could do something like that. I feel like I kind of like the ticket better. What do you guys think? I'll ink up a little bit and see what you think, but we have either the blue, you could type blue chip, but I feel like I like the ticket. I think it fills up the space a little bit more. I think that's my number one. I kind of like the way that looks. I don't know if I feel like they're corporate. I feel like they're corporate, and also because I'm pretty sure corporate, because I feel like when she was telling everybody, all the other customers, she was just saying it was just like a business decision that they made to combine two locations. And I don't even know where the other location is. I bet Debbie does. I don't know if it was like too close by. Yeah. The ticket. Okay, good. Marcy likes the ticket. I like the ticket. Terry likes the ticket, right? Because it fills the space up a little bit more. Okay, ticket it is. That was easy. I feel like our eyes know when they know. Feel like if you're playing with collage or new to collage, sometimes maybe you have to, and I don't feel like it's something you have to work on a lot. But I feel like our eyes just naturally know what is pleasing. And maybe we don't always know why it's pleasing, but we typically, like, when it does look pleasing, something tells us that it is. I'm going to grab a little bit of this lined paper. I don't think I need it that big, just to get a little bit of layering. We're bringing more of that kind of school days vibe in here. Maybe I'll kind of do something like that. I think I'll rip it down a little bit more. Yeah, let's ink that up. Let's ink the ticket. We'll ink our little guys up too. And then we need to also find wording. I feel like that's going to be the hardest because I struggle with those tickets. Bye, Carrie. Yep, Nettie likes the ticket. Ticket is the winner. Let's see. Susie says they need to sit. Oh, you're right, Susie. Now that you said that, it's like a leaning. Well, is it a leaning or a sitting? Yeah, he almost looks, look at that guy. So this guy seems more leany, but you're right. This guy is almost, right? He does. He looks like he's sitting and leaning. Like, should we put something else higher? Let's see. What if it's like a combo? Let's see. Could we take a little stamp? I also have these. I have those little, and then of course I have the little blue ones, but those might be nice for a little contrast. Maybe we could do a little twofer here. let's take one of these and let's get a little one of these here. Usually they peel off pretty easy. So let's see. So he's got a little bit of leading and kind of sitting. So I don't know, we could maybe do something like that, because this is going to be kind of up here. Also, I have those little tiny Tim Holtz labels. Or we could even do something like that. Yeah, because he does look like he's sitting, huh? And then his arm is up on something. So we could even do something like that. Where are the little Tim Holtzy things? We'll pull those out. We'll complicate it. We'll get a lot of stuff going. Where are they? They're in here. They're in this little thing here. I think I have some other ones in here too. Let's see. I don't know if it should be red. I do have this little one here. I do have that. I don't mind that. Then this will be somewhere up here. So we have that if we want to keep building on that red and white. Yes, good. Oh, Terry says something circular. Oh, good idea. Okay, let's see if we have something circular. Have a good checkup, Carrie. Good checkup. Let's see. It's like a little, that's kind of oval, but I'm going to keep looking. Ooh, I like that. I like that bringing in that one is so teeny tiny. Ooh, that one might be good, even though it's an oval. Let's see. We have yellow. What do I have here? That one might be fun. Yeah, it is nice to bring in the circle when you have. I might like this little oval. I think let's do I'll glue it better, but I kind of like that. I kind of like that little oval. Let's do that. I'll put that in there. I think that's a good. Let me stick those up there. Okay, so we have that. Let's ink that up. Ooh, the words. What kind of word? What word would be good? Let's also kind of grunge that up a little bit. Okay, did I do the boys? I didn't do them yet. They don't take a lot of ink, but at least it gets rid of the white edges. Okay. Let's see where we're at. The oval, you like the oval one? Yeah. Oh, it does. It does look kind of like a hat box. And I like, what does this say? Railway approach. I think that's kind of fun. Okay. We have that. We have that. Let me see how this is going to kind of go. I think we'll do a little bit of that back there. And then maybe that'll come on there in some way. Or do I want it that way? So that'll probably end up being behind there a little bit. Just kind of a rough. I think I'm going to rip that side and ink that a little bit more. Something like that. And I'm going to maybe do a little bit of material there as well. Okay. All right. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and glue. I'm going to fold this down. I like where that white piece of paper is. I'm just going to hold it with my finger a little bit. You will fold the edges down, and I'm going to grab my pencil and just, because I think this will get covered up, just so I kind of know where that is. I think we'll commit to that. That's probably going to be pretty good. And let's grab some material out. And on these, I did, oh, I kind of like that. I did this kind of little, I took a button and then made, what do we call these? Like a ribbon? Like I made a little ribbon, which is kind of cool. So I don't know if we want to do a little bit of that here. I think I'll cut a piece of this off. Or do we want stripe? Maybe we want stripe. I know we can use florals for the boys too, but let's maybe get a little bit of this dark blue stripe. And so then we also need to pull out button, figure out what we want to do with button, or if we want to even include button. I don't know yet. Oh, I like the navy. Okay, that's going to kind of go there. I'm just keeping kind of dry fitting a little bit. I do like the little poke of the fabric up there. Could even drop it down here. And maybe we could put a button, do like a button situation. All right, we kind of have that. Let's look at buttons. Oh, and we need to stamp. We need to figure out what we're going to stamp too. But let me grab just to kind of see. Yeah, I don't mind that. Maybe we'll recreate that a little bit. Or we could kind of do that. Let me see. I'm just kind of talking out loud here. Clearly, I'm just sort of talking out loud. See what I like. But I do like that little kind of ribbon action. Okay. Which I think I might like better. I think I might have some little cutoffs. Get this material is so adorable. I had the best haul of vintage material at my Savers a couple weeks ago. I mean, I scored vintage sheets, all kinds of good stuff. So I already tore off a piece of it, and I am using it in next week's craft. But oh my gosh, it's like so good. So good. I scored. I was so happy. I was having one of those days, and I told Jim, sometimes I do that. I just need to go walk around somewhere. I think too, when you work from home, sometimes you just need to get out of the house and get a change of scenery. And I said, I'm just gonna go walk around Savers with not an intention of needing anything. And then he's like, did you find anything? Oh my gosh. I'm like, did I find anything? I had like a handful of material. Maybe that's not the best. Now that I've said all that, I don't know if I like that material. Let's grab this one anyway. But I keep all those little bits and pieces. Maybe let's do this one. And yeah, I did not need any of it, but it's fun to have. So probably a little bit too long, but I like this one has a little bit of red in it. Yeah, I think that's cute. But maybe not a blue button now that I have that going on. Next week's tutorial, I'm very excited about next week's tutorial. I kind of don't mind the brown since we have the little bit of brown going on there. What do you guys think? Nope, I don't mind that. I kind of like the brown because I think it blends with that. I think we'll go for it, and then we'll pick a baker's twine that kind of goes with it. Okay, let's see here. Let's do stamping. Let's stamp something on our label. And I think this has, do you guys know? So I have some of these stamps, which I love, but the bummer thing is they have newer dates, like 2008, 07, 2000. They're all like early 2000s, which I feel like kind of doesn't go with this vibe. But does anybody know if there are any stamps out there where you can do more vintage? I mean, I know 2000 is clearly vintage, but we can get in the, early 1900s. I would love if anybody has a source for that. Let's see here. I think this one has that July 13, 1922 stamp in it. Here it is. And then what do we want to do? Important was kind of fun. I used that on the other one. We have certified, we have premium. Let's do premium. That might be fun. Yeah, let's do that one. I don't think I've used that one before. Premium. Kathy Wiseman. Oh, do I? What is that? I have a YouTube featured for this show. Is that something I did? You know what's interesting on Restream? There's a button that you can check, and it says something about, do you want to create a social media for this? But I don't even know what that is. I've never seen anything pop up on my channel. I think I just leave it checked. Maybe I check it. I don't know. That's interesting. What was it? Like a little video or something, Kathy? Oh, I would love to know. Kathy, I was talking about you earlier when I was doing that scooper versus tosser for the glue stick, and I was saying how you use your finger for it. I love that. You were the only finger person. Okay, let's do premium. And let's do the date. Which is the most efficient. Clearly, that's the quickest and most efficient way to get your glue. Oh, let me get the black. Okay, get our little date. Okay, now we also need a word, don't we? Need a word. But like where we're going here. I like the direction we're going, and then that's gonna go there. Maybe we don't need a word. Maybe we don't need a Tim Holtz word. Is that overkill? Let's see. Oh, it's gonna be really hard to find a word. Also, we could do white. Okay. This is my struggle. This is my struggle. Let's see. Does anything pop out in anybody? Let's see. I'm quiet because I'm looking too. Hopefully you guys can kind of see that. Let's see what's on this page. This might have better. This has like friendship, journey. I think the words on this one are a little bit inspire, memories. Memories might be fun. Every day. Is anything popping out at anybody? Oh, it's just a line under the picture. Interesting. Sprinkle, inspiration, discover. They need that, Maria. They need it in Spanish. Although I will say I struggle with these. I feel like I don't use it much because I start looking in here and then I can't pick out a word. Let's see. Oh, good, Kathy. Have a good conversation with your daughter. We will be here for a little bit, so enjoy. Treasure, discover. I don't know. Discover. Do we want to do discover something? Discover. Or we could do journey. I don't know. Why do I struggle with friends? I use friends on that other one. Something together. Let's see. Cherish. Maybe cherish. That's a good idea. You wrote them in Spanish with your typewriter using inked paper. Oh my gosh, what a good idea. What a good idea. One time I attempted, I thought, oh, I could make my own in Canva, and I just I struggled. Cherish. So that's like a little bit small. Doesn't really share together, discover together. Is that a thing? Discover together? Discover, imagine, discover, they don't have and. Discover and imagine. Discover. Oh my goodness. Original. Maybe I need to do like look up or something. Something Tim Holtz thing. Original. Adventure. Oh, let's do adventure. I don't know. That one's bigger. Takes up more space. I'm just gonna stick those on here. Let's do adventure. Yeah, we'll put that somewhere. Okay. Oh, you like cherish? Okay. Oh, where was that? Cherish. Was that one I had? Okay, let's use that. Cherish. Where is that? It's probably one I said, huh? Cherish. You would think that these are in alphabetical order, but they're not. I think that's what makes them hard too. Cherish. Oh my goodness. Oh, here it is, right here. Cherish. Perfect. That's what we are using. Okay, I think that is probably going to go. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do the same little thing. I'm going to take my pencil. It's probably a good spot for that. Also, because we're overlapping that paper a little bit. Do that. Yeah, well, just because it was a little bit smaller, but we're gonna go for it. Plus, we actually have a ton of stuff. I have to say, I do have a lot of elements here. So we will. I know a good spot will happen. No, I know. Also, I love that you picked that word. Okay. Also, it kind of goes with the school days thing, right? Cherish your memories, cherish your youth. Okay. That's gonna go there. I think. Yeah, that's gonna go there. Gonna do that. Yeah, I feel like I like it when you guys suggest things because I feel like it's meant to be when that happens. Okay, we have that there. And then I think we can go ahead and glue on our cute little guys. Clearly, I did not fill up my art glitter glue since we were last together last week. Ooh, it's doing pretty good there. I tried to get the top off. I thought about it for a split second last night and I couldn't get the top to budge, so then that thought quickly left. It quickly left my mind. Okay. Cute. Okay, we have our guys. All right, now let's work on this side. I think I like that material there. This Just make sure we're not too busy. I definitely like that brown. So let's grab some maybe red or maybe black even. I had this set up great and then I messed it up again this week. I had them all situated in here. Yeah, I think we'll do black. Just 'cause. And did everybody have a good Mother's Day? How was everybody's Mother's Day? Also, would love to know, like, do you guys have a tradition where you get to pick what you do for Mother's Day, or do your kids surprise you? And I'm just going to tie a little knot here. I think for the girls, I did a little bow, So I just put the twine in there and then just did a little rough knot, double knot. We had a quiet Mother's Day, which was good because we're still having to keep tabs on the kitties. Ryan, our son Ryan, made breakfast, which was absolutely delicious. Okay, that's going to kind of go there. And yeah, we just had a quiet day of doing things around the house that we needed to get done. I wanted to spend a lot of time with the kitties. And because we're trying to get especially the little boy, a little bit more used to. I probably should use Fabri-Tac, but I have the art glitter, so I'm just going to use that. Trying to get him more comfortable with being petted, and then we went to our favorite ramen place for dinner. So it was a lovely, lovely day. Okay, I think we can glue that on. Let's see. Was it fun, Tamara? Oh, good. I'm glad you had a good one. Oh, Terry says hers was incredible. We bought what, Terry? Oh my gosh. What? Wait, let me pull that up. Oh my gosh, that's exciting. As a camping, RVing family, that's exciting. Mine was incredible. We bought a fifth wheel. So excited to start camping again. Oh my gosh, both your boys have trailers, so now you can just all camp together. I love that. That is the best. That is the best to me. My parents don't have their fifth wheel anymore, but those were all our vacations with my dad and stepmom and our kids. And what memory making that was. We still have our RV, so we still go, but just the best times. Let's see. Your boys took you to a garden center, and I bought herbs and veggies and flowers for my planters above ground, and then we all planted them. Oh my gosh. You had such a good day, Terry. How beautiful. How beautiful. Doesn't it sound lovely, Tamara? I know. Let's see. Susie said kids met me at Long Beach Island for. I love hearing what everybody did. Long Beach Island for brunch, and then we went to beach playground and amusement park, bookshop and cheese shop, and spoiled grandkids with tchotchkes. I love it. That's a beautiful way. That's a perfect day. Perfect. Oh my gosh. That's wonderful. I love that. That's what mama's days are good for spoiling. And I know our kids are also wonderful. every 365 days, but it's nice to have that little special day that's just all yours. Originally, my thought was I wanted to go to the flea market because there were a couple that were doing special for Mother's Day, but Taylor couldn't go because she was working on a painting she had to finish up for one of her classes. So we had to change that, but maybe closer to my birthday, maybe we'll do flea market. Okay, I think I'm going to ink this. Let's try to ink this up a little bit. Where's my ink dauber? Just kind of grunge it a little bit so it doesn't look so super new. There we go. And I don't think we need this so long. I don't even know if this will work. Might end up not even liking it. Let's see here. Now that I went through all that, kind of cut these ends a little bit different. No, I think it's still cute. Yeah, I think it's still cute. Okay, so let's do that one like that. I'm going to grab the Fabri-Tac. Oh, is Bug here? Bug is here. Hello. I know. I am so excited for you, Terry. Oh my gosh. I think camping is just the best. So it's just so nice to be in nature. Fishing, if you guys are into fishing and all the other stuff and hiking, it's just something so peaceful and perfect. Also, a lot of places you go, they're way out of the way. And do I want that way a little bit more? And you can just disconnect. Oh, I need to use this one. Also, my parents used to, when they saw their fifth wheel, they would take the kids just camping by themselves, or sometimes we would be places and then the kids would come, even though we had our motorhome, they would come, spend the night with them on there because their couch pulled out and made into a bed, so the kids would go sleep over at grandma and grandpa's next door, which is kind of fun, or one of them would. Yeah. Cut that a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Okay. All right, that's where we're at. Might even put, I don't know, maybe we'll put a little something up there, but I think that's cute. I love it. Oh, we have our cherish. We have to figure out where we're going to put this. Let me ink this up too. And let's see here. I'm going to kind of play around with it a little bit. So we have there. Whoops. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. I just thought to put it up there. That's That's, I kind of, something about that. I kind of like that. We could do that. What do you guys think? Could do that. Is anything jumping? I kind of liked it here or down here. That's kind of fun. What do you guys think? How was your Mother's Day, Bug? Did you have a nice Mother's Day? Oh, I have to tell you. I have it here. Where did it go? The other cool thing that happened, I've been thinking about my mom so much. I always share with you guys how my mom sends us feathers all the time. And I don't know, she's just really been, no, she's been around me. She's just really been on my mind this whole month and leading up. I'm sure because of Mother's Day. And obviously, I always think about her when it's close to my birthday. But I was doing something super gross on Mother's Day. We had, the kittens. It's probably TMI, but there's lots of poopy things that happen with the kittens, and they step in things. And so we save up all the towels for the week, and then we just do one big load. We put bleach in there and all kinds of stuff. So, kind of, but some of them are a little bit too much. So I'm like, oh, I gotta so I hosed them off before we stuck them in the washing machine. And I was doing that. I was very emotional that day too. I was thinking about my mom, and I was hosing, and then I looked over at the chair that was right next to me. Oh my gosh. I can't, where did it go? Now I've just lost it again. And the cutest little, where is it? It's in here. I saved it because I wanted. Oh, the cutest little feather was sticking up in the chair. And oh gosh, it's all stuck. So I have to stand up. I can't, it's like not coming into my finger. The sweetest little feather was like, we have these like rattan, like, plasticky rattan looking chairs that are woven. And this was like sticking up in the chair seat. Look at that. So sweet. I loved it. I said, thank you, Mama. Isn't that the cutest little feather? And I thought it was very apropos because I was cleaning off the little baby's thing. So that was probably the sweetest gift that I got on Mother's Day. I had it stuck in I need to find a better spot. I feel like Benny was going to grab it if he smelled it or sensed it. I had it kind of hidden down in the little thing. Top. Okay, good. Yeah, I like the top. There's something about it up here on the top. Do we feel like we need to have a little backer on it? Are we getting too busy? Is it getting too busy? Yeah. I came inside and I showed the kids and Jim. And I got a little teary. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like, as you guys know, my mom's in heaven, but I just feel like she sends me things when she knows I need it. She lets me know. No, maybe we'll just do about how it is. Just little gifts that come just when you need it. Okay. And I have to say happy birthday to my mother-in-law, who's also in heaven. Today is her birthday, May 14th. So happy birthday to her. We miss her. There you go. That's cute. I like that. Maybe I'm going to do that on the other ones if I make more. I think that really fills in the space. How cute is that? Let's see. What is the time? Yeah, I think we're good. Maybe we'll just I'm going to do like a little quickie collage on here because I like that red. We have it. We'll take a few more minutes. I want blue chip stamps. Where are my blue chip stamps? I feel like I just want some little quickie here. I know. Is that a good job for her? Yeah. I feel like she always knew the right things to say when she was with us, and I love that she's still. I'm a firm believer in that. I feel her. Definitely feel her. Okay, let's do a little something like that. And oh, that's cute. That's what I did on that one. I took a little piece of paper too, and then another little stamp. So let's just repeat that because we already know that looks cute. We've already done that once. That makes it a lot easier. And I love this lined paper is cute. And it has that red stripe on there. That's really fun. So let's do something like that. That's just easy peasy. You don't have to think a lot on it. I'm going to do that. Oh, hi, Yells. Oh my gosh, I love that. Happy birthday. Happiest of birthdays. May baby. We have so many May babies here in our little community. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Susie and Terry's, right? You guys are on the 20th, right? Let me look at my little thing. Well, happy birthday. Yes. Oh, sometimes I don't remember things. So the way my mind works. Terry and Susie's birthdays are coming up on the 20th. Oh, Susie. Oh, Susie. Yeah. You know, sometimes we just don't. Jim's always like listening for signs from his mom. And we talk about her all the time, and we just say she's off having fun. I'm a little sensitive to stuff like that and signs and things, and that's what we say. She is off having a ton of fun and enjoying herself because we're not feeling her, and we're not getting little signs from her, and that's the feeling I have. She's just having a blast. She's with her sisters and brothers and her mom and all the people that she loves. Yeah. Mine is Monday. Yes, mine is Monday. So many birthdays. Yes, it's so crazy. I feel like it's been that way my whole life. Like growing up, my parents had like family friends that had made birthdays and friends of my kids. There's lots and lots of May birthdays in our lovely circle. What am I looking for? Oh, I like that little, maybe I have one in here. Sorry, where is that bird? Oh, here. I might already have a little circle or something in here. Oh, I don't like that color. I think. That one? Oh, that'll work. Let's use this circle one here because I already have that all stamped out. I need to replenish. Sometimes I'll just stamp a bunch like I did the rectangles before we started. I think we're due for a Thursday where we just make a bunch of ephemera or just, do our stash. I'm not sure. So I have a really fun project for next week. Well, I say fun. I'm still working on it. I'm still kind of working on my vision. of what it'll be, but I think next week is going to be a lot of fun. I love the little mini element, and then I ordered something else on Amazon that I wanted to play with a little bit, and so I think it's going to be adorable. So far, I'm loving it. So I have something for next week, but I don't have, I looked to see, so we have one more. Hi, honey. We have one more Thursday in May, and I don't know what I want to do for the last Thursday. The other thing I'm behind in is I need to get a giveaway video filmed. So tentatively, I'm thinking I might get the video up, and then maybe that last Friday, maybe we'll just do a little fun hangout and celebration. We can pick the winner, the giveaway. Maybe I'll even do some other giveaways since I like gifting other people things. It's fun to gift other people things, even when it's your birthday, and we have so many birthdays. So maybe, because I want to do a second component that's kind of with the giveaway. So maybe that makes sense. Maybe we'll just get some multiple giveaways going, and we'll just have a hangout. What do you guys think? Unless a project comes to mind, but I definitely know I want to do the giveaway on that last one. So maybe that makes most sense. Okay, what are we gonna put? I like this little tiny 16. That might be fun. And let's see something else fun. We have this little like number sign. So that may be what we do for our last Thursday. And be very quiet. I'm seeing if I like that. Let's see what else is here. Did I already make your birthday card, Susie? Oh, you're so sweet. I'm glad you love it. I don't know. We'll try that. We'll see what this one looks like. Where's my thing? Yeah, and then I could do like some extras for the giveaway, because there's like 2 components. So while I'm at it, I might as well package up some extra stuff. For 16. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but it looks cute. Cuteness works. Okay. Okay, we're done with that. Done with that. I don't need that. Got my feather here. Yeah, now that we have Benny, because our other kitties were never jumpers, they didn't get up on the counters or cabinets or anything like that. I never had to worry about things like that. But now with him, I'm like, for sure he's gonna find that little feather and abscond with it for sure. Okay, let's do that. And then, oh, I even like that. I like that just the way it is. Okay, we'll glue that on. It's kind of fun to have a little back moment, a little collage. And I think that was really cute kind of behind that. Yeah. That, and I think I'll use this art glitter for the stamp just because it has that old vintage paper on the back. I was thinking if I wanted some fabric, but we'll just go with that. Super cute. I like that. This just so we decorate the back a little bit. And let's double check. Do we need to ink? No, I think we're pretty good. Yeah, I think we're pretty good. And the last little icing on the cake, let's grab, where is that? Let's grab our little splatter and then just give it a few little strategic you don't have to do too much, but it's kind of nice to have a little bit. Yeah, I think that kind of finishes it off. And let's do a little bit back here. Yeah, I think just a little bit, just to give it a little bit more interest. And I think that is perfect. I think that's perfect. And I love that we created it together. Yeah, so what I'm envisioning, I like to use these, you know, just to stick into a little pocket or something. They're also sweet. Let me grab a journal. You can just clip it onto the side of a page. So you could, you could orient it a different way. Let me look at a page here that has something free on it, but you could, depending on how you, that's not a good page. Oh, kind of like I did with this envelope. So depending on how you orient it, this one obviously isn't oriented that way, but you could even clip it in this way with a little clippy or a little paper clip. You could, if you wanted to do something this direction. Ooh, that's cute. And then it could be a little corner tuck. And then you'd even have a little tuck on this side. But what I'm thinking, and I want to explore that a little bit, I'm thinking of doing kind of a vintage school days journal. I'm trying to look. I thought in this one I had done a folder somewhere. This has a lot of ephemera. Maybe not. Maybe it's in my other uncompleted journal. But I thought it would be fun to maybe make 3 pockets. So if you had 3 little, I probably would decorate them differently and not have them so matchy, but you could have one where it has the tab on the left and the tab on the right, and then one in the middle. I don't know. I was kind of envisioning that. And then having 3 pockets. So you could have boom, boom, boom. That's kind of what I was thinking. But yeah, I would just stick these into a little pocket. I just think they would be awfully cute, you know, kind of peeking out of a pocket. That one is super full. You could stick it into a corner pocket like that. And I couldn't find, that looks cute too. I couldn't find my example. I think we had made something similar maybe last year on Vintage Craft and Chat. If I can find it, I'll go back and link it below. So if anybody's watching in the replay, but there's a way to do little accordion papers. So you glue them in a way that when you open the file folder, it has a little accordion effect, and then it creates little pockets to stick like little pieces of ephemera. You know, you could put the little people or postage stamps or just little photos or whatever, little tiny things. So I'll have to see if I can find that tutorial, and then I'll link it below. But that's another fun thing that you could do with these little file folders. And of course, doing that is just adorable. Yeah. And I've also had a thought that's probably a long range plan, but you could make up a bunch of these and you don't even have to decorate them. But wouldn't that be cute if you found a little Rolodex container, and if you have your template, you can just cut them or make them to size of your Rolodex and then use them as ephemera holders. So you could just make up a bunch and line them in the Rolodex, I think would be fun. Another fun, see, I'm thinking of all these ideas. Another fun thing is you could even staple the sides or glue the sides, and you can use them as little containers to, like hold your paper dolls and stuff like that. Sort of like, where are they? I like making these little sticker holders. So you could do that with them as well. They don't even have to be something that goes in your journal, but they can just be something that holds stickers and ephemera or tickets or that kind of thing. So I think lots of fun uses. And I think that's it. Did we talk about everything? Yeah, we talked about everything. I won't put up the thumbnail yet for that that Happy Mail, my camera fail situation, so that we can do a live haul of the Happy Mail. I need to check one of the cat rescue ladies. I think she had mentioned maybe stopping by today to look at Mama Kitty and see if she was ready to be spayed, kind of dried out enough for her surgery. So I need to see if that's happening today or tomorrow. But tentatively, I was thinking about setting that up for tomorrow, so you guys can just enjoy all the amazing friend mail that I opened, and then my camera wasn't situated correctly. And yeah, I think that's it. Next Thursday is going to be a lot of fun. I have a haul video coming out on Monday of all the goodies that Jim and I picked up when we were dog sitting for Debbie in Florida. We got a lot of really cool stuff and vintage things and craft supplies that we picked up on that our week of vacation. And I think that's it. I think that is it. Does anybody else? Definitely go tomorrow. Put her link in above. She wants to put it in again. She's having a crafty live tomorrow on Friday. I'll make sure my live is not at the same time as your crafty live. In fact, let me make a note tomorrow, because I do want to come hang out with you guys while you craft and hang out. And yeah, I know, I need to de-stress. A bit. I have loved fostering these little kitties, but it's so much work. It's like we have to clean their enclosures multiple times a day, because you know how kitten babies are. So it's a lot of work, and any kind of free time I'm really wanting to spend with them. The girls are great. The two girl kittens, Hazel and Teddy, they're great. But Poppy, because he was such a mama's boy, and it was often hard to get him and to condition him, get him used to us. So the fact that this morning, that when I open, and we can walk into their enclosure, we have like this big pen, and Jim made this roof for it, so we have to duck down because we can't stand up in it any longer, but we can get in there with him. And the fact that he purred and came over to me, that's huge, because he hasn't purred at all. So yeah, but I will be happy when Mama gets fixed and she goes back to live at Jim's work, and we have fostering and adoption people interested in all three, both the girls in one home, and then the little boy. Somebody's interested in adopting him. So yeah, I wasn't gonna miss them, but but I will be glad. I'll be glad to have a break from that. I think we've been doing this an awfully long time. So okay, so that is it, my friends. I will see you all next Thursday for the fun project that I have planned. And I know I'll be seeing you all in the chats and around YouTube land. I love you all. Happy birthdays to everybody. And I will see you. I'll see you next week. Love you guys.